Welcome back everyone, it's Vaz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we're in the Błyskawica. This is the Tier 6 Premium Polish destroyer. Although recently the flag has been changed from the Polish flag to the Pan-European flag. So speculation has been running rampant as to what the next line will be in the game. A lot of people will think it will be the European destroyer line. And with the recent release of the Orkan, that would make total sense. Well, my fingers are crossed for it. That would be pretty cool. But as for this game, we are in a game of Capture the Base on the Atlantic map. We have spawned on the left, in the southwest portion of the map. So that's going to be the side that we're going to play, and we're just going to go straight ahead. While we wait for that, that gives us a chance to go over our shipping forecast. In our team, we have a Yadachi, a New Orleans, a Cleveland, a New Mexico, and a Gneisenau in a division, a Bismarck, a Vanguard, and a Massachusetts. While on the enemy team, we have a Jervis, LeFantasque, and John Bart in a division. Then we have a Helena, an Otago, a Nagato, a Scharnhorst, a Roma, and a Massachusetts. Now almost right away there, we have a couple of enemy ships detected. One of them being the Scharnhorst, another of them is the Helena. Two very maneuverable ships that are going to be hard to torp. With the Błyskawica, you're more of a gunboat destroyer than a torp boat destroyer. So whenever I play it, my first priority is to hunt other destroyers. My build on it is kind of a hybrid build though. I do have Bay as an inspiration, which gets my detectability down to about 5.1 I believe. And then I use Mordoff as my second inspiration, and that drastically helps the reload time of the main battery. When I first got this boat, that was definitely a glaring weakness, the long reload time of the main battery. And for now, I do like my double concealment build. I call it my ambush build. It's perfect for ambushing enemy destroyers and eliminating them quickly. But in this game, we didn't get to use our guns as much as we would have liked. Instead, we end up using our torps more often due to all the battleships that we encounter. And because of that, that's why we end up with so much damage at the end of the game. So we were actually able to get a torp hit on that Scharnhorst, which was very surprising. But we'll take it. He's playing quite aggressively there. So we do have to retreat a little bit. Right now we're just doing a lot of spotting for our team. We're hoping that they're good shots. We don't want to give away our position quite this early in the match, especially when the Scharnhorst is playing so aggressively. We'll just continue to send some torps at him. Right now he's sending full broadside to our team. And so we launched some torps at him as well because he was broadside to us, which lines him up perfectly. And he continues to sail in a straight line. And we get two more torp hits on him. And notice I have been trying to keep my distance between myself and this Helena. I'm usually about that 9-kilometer range where I think its radar is, because I just got the Helena recently when it was on sale. It was the last tier 6 ship I had to purchase. So for whatever reason, I always thought it had radar, just like the Cleveland. It wasn't until I actually bought it that I realized that it didn't have radar. So being that this game was about a month ago, I hadn't purchased it yet. And here I am like a noob thinking he has radar and I need to keep my distance from him. How does that saying go? You learn something new every day, right? So now the Scharnhorst is retreating and this Helena is taking a more aggressive position. And so I launch some torps at him and start to retreat, thinking that he could set off his radar and get after me. Just goes to show you there's always something new to learn in this game. And now I finally realize what ships have radar and what ships don't. Now that that Scharnhorst has retreated and that Helena is making a beeline for the back corner of the map, I'm going to make my way towards the battleship that's charging up the center of the map now. And as I get closer, I can see it's a Massachusetts. He's at full health. And now he's at half health. Holy shit. Ooh, less than half health. Someone is absolutely spanking him. So that's what you get for sailing up the center of the map. Those big mammies do have good torp belts, but I'm still going to launch my torps at him since he's right in front of me now. As soon as I click the second set of buttons, someone spanks him again. Man, someone is just absolutely working him. It's two of their battleships in a row that have sailed straight up the gut there in the left portion of the map. Somehow they're both still alive. And to me, my torps don't look very good. Unfortunately, because I went behind this island here, we lost sight of them. But it turns out my torps were good, and we finished them off, actually, for a cheap first kill of the game. So now there's no point in me chasing down a Helena on the back portion of the map. What I'm going to do is head towards the center of the map. Our team in the northeastern part of the map doesn't seem to be faring too well. So I'm going to head over there and try and provide some support for them. And over there I can see a Roma in the distance. He's charging straight up the center, which is going to be perfect for launching my torps at him. And down goes our friendly New Mexico, which puts us down in ships 5 to 8. We are really in the hole now, so we're just going to spend the rest of this match getting as much damage as we can. This Roma is continuing on a steady pace, and that makes it very easy to line up our torping run. We get our torps away, and right after that an enemy Jervis appears. And you can see that I'm not detected though, so my detectability is better than his. So this is the one thing what I mean about ambushing destroyers. This gives me enough time to get my guns focused on him. He has no idea where I am right now. We get 3 guns trained on him, fire away, and we blast the last little bit of health off of him, getting this our second cheap kill of the game. Now unfortunately that shot has caused us to be detected, and that Roma has us in his sights. We need to perform some evasive maneuvers. There are another couple of battleships that have eyes on us, so we pop our smoke. Just before that Roma went behind the island there, we got 3 torpedo hits on him. One of them causing an incapacitation, very nice. Now John Bart is pushing forward. We start taking some shots at him. The first shot on him did some pretty decent damage, over 2,000. We had a little check there to look at the Roman to see what he was doing. And just continued to fire away on the John Bart. But now he's disappeared behind the island. The Roma's running away. So now we have to come out of our smoke and start pursuing these guys. The Jean Bart doesn't have a whole lot of health left, so we're going to go after him first. The enemy Azuma and the friendly Adachi take each other out, with the Adachi getting an afterlife kill on him. And the Adachi takes out the Le Fantast as well, earning himself an afterlife double strike. Good for him. And right after that, our friggin' Cleveland gets detonated. And now we are really down here. We are down 3 ships to 5. And I'm coming up on this John Bart here. He is really moving fast. He must have Japard as his commander. But as soon as we line up our torps and go to launch them at him, someone else finishes them off. So now we're just going to follow our twisting track to the next closest enemy target. We can see the Helena has emerged from the bottom corner of the map there, so we tell our battleship he'd be better suited to go after him. And as we charge forward there, the Roma appears from behind this island, and we have to make some evasive maneuvers here. The turning circle on this Błyskawica is not very good, so unfortunately we get detected for a moment there. We did get our torps away, but him detecting us allows him to take evasive maneuvers. He had started firing away at us. He knocked out one of our torpedo tubes. So we repaired that straight away as soon as we lost our spot. We're definitely going to need those.
Main turret critically damaged.
Unfortunately, we only get one torpedo on him.
Problem solved,
He's
sir.
still continuing to charge up the center of the map though. So we can circle around and line ourselves up for another torping run. Our teammates were able to finish off that Helena. And we turn around to take a look at their health, and they're not doing so well here. So we really need to get rid of this Roma quickly and move on to the next two battleships. It's most likely we're going to lose one of our ships in the process here. We're only able to launch one sort of torpedoes at the Roma because he was able to knock out our torpedo tubes when he got that hit on us. That ends up being a huge factor in the end here. If we would have been able to get all 6 torpedoes away, we might have been able to finish him off with this next salvo, but unfortunately we only have 3 headed in his direction, and most likely it's not going to be enough to kill him. So we circle around to try and get parallel with him here now. That'll set us up for our next torping run. He did continue to sail in a straight line though, and we do get all 3 torpedo hits on him. It really is too bad that we didn't get all 6 torps away, because we would have been able to finish him off definitely. By him being alive these extra couple of moments here, he's able to get a lot more damage against our remaining battleship here. Now time is running low and we are fighting an uphill battle in this game, that's for sure. But that's not going to stop us from going down swinging. It's going to be another 30 seconds until our torps reload. And now this Roma's in our base, which stops our points from accruing. And even if we are able to eliminate him, their team is going to be ahead in points. And we're only going to have 2 minutes or less to eliminate the other 2 ships that are left. Now from that angle, our torps didn't look very good, so we popped our smokes and started to fire away on this Roma. But we probably should have waited a little bit longer to do that, because it turns out our torps were true, and we get the finishing blow on the Roma, and then that's us our 3rd kill of the game. So now it's just me and the friendly Massachusetts left. He's only got 1/3 health left, unfortunately, but their Scharnhorst has less than half health, and so I start heading towards him. But then out from behind cover comes a full health Nagato. Where the hell did he come from? Now we're really running low on time here. We're going to need to get our torps off quickly here so they have time to reload and perhaps get a second volley away before the game ends. Now it's really too bad we made that mistake and popped our smoke too quickly back when we were dealing with the Roma. We really could have used it here. I'm hoping my torps can damage this Scharnhorst, and our friendly battleship will be able to do the rest of the damage against him. And then that would be enough to swing the points in our favor. This Sharny is the same one from the beginning of the game, isn't it? How in the world? How is he still alive? He was on life support. Where'd he get all that health from? He spent the entire time licking his wounds and healing up, and I guess he's now back for revenge. Good for him. Although he still hasn't learned not to sail his battleship in straight lines. And even though the angle is bad, our torps look pretty decent going in on him there. Right as we do get a torp hit on that Scharnhorst, they're unfortunately able to take out our friendly battleship, leaving us as the sole survivor for our team with less than a minute left. And the second he goes down, I start firing my guns away. For me, there's no worse feeling than seeing that timer expire and still being left alive. You always feel like you should have done more, so there's no way I'm letting that happen to me, and I just start firing away. I did get a torp hit on that Nagato, and I do have a fire started on this Scharnhorst, So maybe there's a chance I can at least take him out. But unfortunately, this looks like it's going to be all for naught. I am able to inflict quite a bit of damage on this Scharnhorst, but in a 1 versus 2 situation, it's just too much to overcome. And right before the time expires, they're able to take me out. Well, in that game, we gave it our all, right down to the last second, but in the end, there was just too much to overcome. But on the plus side, I did finally have a very high damage game in the Błyskawica, and that was the main reason why I wanted to showcase this game. And it was quite a fun game to play. It's not very often where you get a high damage game in a hybrid or a gunboat. It's just too bad you only get 6 torpedoes per salvo, and the damage they do is not that high. And as you can see, they don't hit very hard. Out of 14 torpedo hits, we only caused flooding with 7 of them. But we were able to get 145,000 damage and the high caliber medal, and we'd finished first on our team as well. And when you look at that leaderboard, can't help but think no matter what I would have done, we would have had no chance of winning. Even though it was a loss, we still earned quite a few credits, and that's the beauty of these tier 6 premiums. All in all, the Błyskawica is one of my favorite ships to use. It's just that most of the games are lower damage and mostly just involve duking it out with other destroyers. These high damage games are definitely a rarity. Well, if you did like that video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay healthy and do what makes you happy.